session, and whenever the hell Vero decides to join us. After a long, hard battle with the tiefling and the girl, quite a bit of confusing information coming out, like the tiefling somehow achieving a second life, the girl being recognized by Veril in some degree, and then making away with something of an artifact as the Astral Shard, said to be able to mold and control magic, and that's only scratching the surface. With all that being known, Lur did offer to heed the council to get some aid on this. However, did say that if you guys were to join in on this, the council will need to know who you are, and they'll probably expect you guys to be locked into the decision. With that being said, Jack pushing for everyone to agree to the terms, mostly for connection sakes, telling you, Lur told you to come up with at least a name to give them, as they don't seem to deal with personal people, but with groups. But with that being said, Lur agreed to give you guys until the middle of the next day, because that's as long as he thinks he can keep the broken, shattered window in the side of the building a secret, before he will contact the council and have you guys regroup here at the planetarium to meet up and figure out what the hell is gonna happen. So, where are you guys going at this moment?
I assumed we were gonna, like, crash on his floor and just sleep here.
If you want to do that, that's perfectly fine.
Did we buy rooms at a thing?
You did?
I think we only paid for one night.
Ben's crystal is there, though.
Ben's crystal is sitting there in the room.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Which, by the way, Volmer, alarm is 8 hours, so that alarm is about to run out.
We should get back.
Yeah. Go back to the inn.
Yep, sounds good.
So, as you all...
I would like to thank Lair for saving my ass before we leave.
He nods lightly and just kind of... I would not allow any more to perish before me. Thank you for protecting my home.
You're welcome.
I love him.
I know, right?
You guys getting a bit of your wounds bandaged up so you're not trailing blood along the roads, making your way out to the inn and the middle of the night. As you make your way back towards the inn, the innkeeper looks at you somewhat intrigued, but doesn't ask for the moment. Feels like you'll have a story to tell if you want to tell it.
As we were walking, I would have used up a bunch of my spells to try to heal up as many people as we can. Make us not look as fucking rough.
Yeah, so
we're
it's like not bloody, but at least like it looks like you guys have been through some shit, but you didn't like come back from hell.
Because I don't want to like, because we're holding on to this information, so we're not raising suspicions. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 spell slots to heal people with cure wounds. And on top of that, I'm going to do prestidigitation to clean up people's, and mending to clean up our outfits and stuff like that.
Alright, and I think, Beryl, you as well have a couple spell slots still to, like, pump into people. Yeah, you got plenty. Yeah, you got plenty.
I don't want people to know that, like, we got into a big fucking fight. Maybe we got into, like, a wrestling match, but not, you know, almost died.
Wasn't there a giant explosion?
There was a giant gaping hole in the window, but it was also like 11
And Volmer shot a fireball at them.
That's right.
Yeah, in the middle of the air.
That's fine, there's fireworks.
You also would remember that, Jack, when you were looking outside as the bird was flying away and the storm was starting to clear up within the next minute, there were a bunch of people just looking up, staring confused, both at the sudden storm, the sudden fireworks display, and the gaping hole on the building. No one said anything, really. They're all just kind of like pointing before kind of like walking away like, I'm not getting involved with that. Fuck this.
Not my surgery.
Nobody's gonna believe them.
Literally.
Yeah. People already think this place is weird enough, so that might get washed under the rug. But when you have bloody adventurers walking through here from that place, that adds a little bit more to it, and that's why I'm trying to avoid that aspect of it.
Yep.
Fair enough.
So,
I have 19 health. I'll be fine.
I'm at 16.
I was gonna say, Finoa, who has 66, only has
It's-
18. So even
Oh,
Finoa
you guys
looks
with your
fucking wrecked.
double-digit health.
Oh yeah,
This goes
and Dalmar's
good.
literally at single digits with 9.
Yep.
There.
So we
Wow,
can
those
easily say, wow, those are some shit healing rolls.
Yeah, they are.
wow, what the fuck? Those are some
But
bad
we can
rolls.
easily say, not needing to roll all this insanity, that easily enough with all the spell slots that Jack has and that Veril has, can easily enough make it so none of you are bleeding. You still got scratches on you, but like you said, Jack, it's not like you guys just came from a life-threatening situation. You just came from a
Tavern.
tussle in the back alleys.
Tavern brawl.
Pretty much. As you make your way back to the inn, and each go to your respective rooms, I imagine, Volmer, you replace alarm on Finoa's door in Crystal.
Yep.
Which, by
And
the
we have
way,
to use
Finoa
Mage Hand to
has
open the
to.
door.
Yeah, Finoa has to borderline smash her way through the door from all the fucking shit y'all set up to
No,
keep
no, we'll
people
just use
from
Mage
getting
Hand to
in.
help. We'll use Mage Hand.
Okay. With that, you all get yourself a well-deserved rest. I should go ahead and long rest, recover your spell slots, HP and everything. Some people got some new scars. All to deal with.
Sleeping in my ring on my nice comfy bed.
Finoa also recovers her point of exhaustion at last.
Long
Dalmar.
rest then?
Yep.
Yep, long rest.
Okay.
Dalmar. It's happened before at night, where you experience visions. Most of the time, they're just that. They're just visions. But this time, you feel it inside yourself, both from what you felt during that fight and after. That these visions have a much deeper connection. As you watch two men standing side by side, overlooking a mess of tents and people just standing together, where you can feel just a strong sense of camaraderie and deep anguish.
Hmm.
And with a quick flash, that vision takes away one man, and all the tents are burned to sunder. Dead bodies on the ground. But the other man still stands there, but now with weapon at hand, coated in blood.
Hmm.
And you feel a sense and a desire coming from the man specifically of revenge. Farrell, it's not often you dream anymore. It's a rare commodity. It's nice when it happens. But this time, it doesn't feel like a dream. It feels more like you're living a moment. Reliving the moment. It's a memory. And almost identical to when you touched that crystal in the cave on the island with the fair maiden, or the fair lady. You see the girl with blonde hair, young and spry. And you see the both of you playing in a large room that you can't help but recognize as your house. There's something about it that calls to you. Almost like there's an answer here that you need to find. What that answer might be, maybe you have to find home again to find it. Volmer. You don't usually dream when you trance, mostly so that you're always aware of the outside world. But when that 4 hours comes up for your usual trance, You don't wake up. When you open your eyes, you immediately recognize you're still asleep. Or at least, what you perceive as sleep. The entire room is pitch black dark. And while you don't see anything, you feel something just standing right behind you. You hear just a very low whisper just ring into your mind that just says, "Awaken me, and you will have your dreams."
Writing that down now.
Okay? Do you do anything in the meantime? Because you feel
Can I-
you still feel like yourself in this dream. It's you.
Can I turn around?
You turn around, nothing's there. And you feel the presence still behind you.
Okay, time to magic this bullshit. Can I prestidigitate a mirror into my hand?
You go to cast magic in your dream. Nothing happens.
Do I have anything on me?
You have your standard clothing and the scabbard.
But nothing reflective.
No? Give me a perception check.
That did not work properly.
It didn't send, but I did see it was a 22.
I don't think roll beyond 20 is working for me. Was there an update or something?
I don't believe so. It normally forces you to update. Like, literally, it doesn't give you a fucking choice.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, let me try closing and reopening then.
But I did see you did get a 22, so you're good. With the 22, as you're kind of like looking over yourself and trying to see if you have anything, and you feel the scabbard on your back, it feels heavier. Heavier than a weight would be of your rapier that was added in there. And with a very cautious, slow, just kind of reach behind, you feel the hilt of a blade inside of it.
Grow it.
As you pull it out. And unlike the one where you have the fake blade that would pop out instantly, you feel the drag of a full blade in there. And it's just a simple longsword, just in your hands. But that's not what this is. To the eye, it's just a simple longsword, but to you, you can already feel a far deeper connection. And as you look into the blade, you can see your reflection perfectly returned, but right where it cuts down the middle, you can see a second face on the other side. A cloaked figure with shadow that covers a much more feminine guile to it. And just a gentle curved smile that just says, "Learn, my child."
Half of me says continue the conversation. The other half says turn and swing. Who are you?
The forgotten and the known. You are my path.
Weird question. Am I female Volmir or am I male Volmir?
You're male. Yeah. Yeah, you would be male. Yes.
Okay, I felt like that was a good. I feel like that was.
Actually, that was a really good question. Yeah.
Oh shit! I was not. Is there anything special about the blade? Like if I look closer at it?
Give me an Arcana check.
Fucking beyond 20 is still being a bitch.
I can still see your rolls, so that'd be good.
14.
With the 14, it's a little bit difficult, but you look at the blade, and the more you continue to look at it just being a simple longsword, the more you refuse to believe it is. And for the faintest moment, you swear as you're looking at it that there's a glint of glyphs etched into it. It is in Elven, and the word speaks home.
What does it say?
Home.
Home. Okay, for the real test, I'm gonna swing it.
You're just swinging in the air, or you're swinging at her?
I'm just swinging it in the air.
Give me an attack roll.
Should I just like use a normal rapier for the attack roll?
Yes.
I'll use Master's Reach just because. Damn it! Why isn't Beyond 20 working for me?
I don't know, but you're getting pretty decent rolls, which is the worst part, too.
Yeah.
23. As you go to swing it, there is an unnatural fluidity to the blade. That as you swing, you almost feel like you cut through air itself. And in that instance, you can even see there's almost like this ripple that travels outside of the blade. That travels for about 15 feet before just vanishing.
That is not normal for a sword, okay.
Find my essence, and you will be granted my gifts, my child.
Alright then. I was thinking in my head, well, I can't tell this conversation to Jack now because of that wording.
Yes, excellent.
Does she look like in the reflection of the blade, does she look like the woman from Jack's Play and from the Vision from the Sea?
That'd be a good question for Jack. Did you give her a face, or did you just give it a shadowy overcover? Because there was no description whatsoever of the mother.
Yeah, let me double check. I don't think. Where the hell's my. There it is. I want to say it was just a woman's visage almost, but like nondescript features with a hood covering it.
So basically, like kind of like a doll, basically.
Yeah. Like maybe you would have got some of the mouth features, but nothing from nose up. You wouldn't see anything, but very feminine mouth with a shadow.
Very
around the
anime
face.
style, where the shadow covers
Yeah.
the top half of the face.
Exactly.
It would look almost 1-to-1. However, I would say though, with your intelligence and arcana, you would almost piece together that there's no way Jack could probably guess that perfectly. So it's more like she's clung onto a visage you've already seen and is using that to kind of like represent herself to you.
And constantly holding in the urge to turn and swing. You gave me a sword and you gave me a target.
Do it. You murder
Also, I
hobo.
don't know what the fuck. I don't know what else I'm supposed to do here. So when I swing the sword, it has a ripple effect.
There is this sort of air ripple effect that travels on, yes.
So the blade sounds like a dance, right?
do you mean?
Like it's supposed to, the movements resemble a dance. And Volmir is like a dancer. Like he knows how to dance because of it.
Yeah, yeah. In his sword style, yes.
What would happen if I were to just like start doing my basic movements where like I activate my Blade Song and I start basically running through the motions and doing the dance?
Do you want to?
Yes.
There is a thrill, a almost adrenaline boosting feeling as the blade feels almost like an attachment to your arm, light, almost weightless, fluid, and slices through air as if it were butter itself.
As a sword probably should. I feel like if it got caught on air, there'd be a problem.
Well, there is a sense to how much air does catch onto a blade, but this is different. It feels almost as though you have nothing resisting the blade. And as you kind of finish up your routine of your basic maneuvers, you feel just a gentle clasp of a hand on your shoulder. It just goes, save your energy for when you acquire the power. And you feel the blade glow effervescently in front of you. And with that bright shining light, you open your eyes to the real world, awake.
I gotta use a turn for Blade Song because I did that.
No. That
Making
was
sure.
from the dream. You're good. Well, with that,
I'd say should have incited that chick, that bitch.
yeah, I mean,
I should have.
as much as he kept saying, I want to swing, he never once insight.
I mean, I was more like out of character. I was like, what the fuck is going on? What the fuck? What the fuck?
Because all I'm thinking as a player right now is we've gotten like conflicting information on this bitch already from the dragon and now from the story.
Yep.
Yep.
Oh, too late now.
Yep.
But as you all awaken from your long rest, you almost instantly start hearing Finoa grunting as she is attempting to put the backpack strap mechanism that she made for herself to get the crystal back onto her for her to carry.
Good.
You know we can just pay for another night at the tavern, right?
I mean, I don't know if we're actually staying another night. Are we staying another night?
Dunno.
Yeah, so see? I'm keeping you with me.
Fair enough, I guess.
Do you need help?
I mean, it'd be nice. So I'm just gonna give her... I'll just go with just strength advantage. Why not? She did not exactly wake up that well. Last night's fight really fucked her up. So she's struggling. She can do it. Finoa is holding on, but you can definitely see that, like, she's still pretty exhausted from last night.
Fanoa, would you want me to store that for you?
I mean, yeah, you can.
And out of game, Volmer would Fanoa probably like me to store this for her, do you think? So she's not carrying it around.
I think there's a yes and a no. There's a yes because she probably would love that since it'd be with her, but a no because I'm willing to bet she'd be like, it's my crystal.
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
part of me wants to say yes, because, like, yeah, that'd be practical. She wouldn't have to worry about exhaustion. The other half of me knows, though, it might be like, okay, fuck you, this is mine, I can carry this on my own.
Yep.
Right? That's why I'm asking you of all people. You know her best. Because
I'll
Jack
say
can't.
I think she'd say no.
Okay.
Okay.
we can
Then,
be asked next time.
Yeah, because I could put it in my ring, essentially.
yeah. Actually, does your ring have a weight limit? I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Right?
Let me see.
Double checking, because this is a 500-pound crystal.
Actually, If you can, let's just put it in her ring for now, and then when she gets back, we can ask if she would want it, because we don't want to risk her just getting exhaustion when she wouldn't have
Also,
accepted that.
yeah. As long as there's no weight limit on it, I will absolutely go with that.
Yeah. No weight limit. And I can store
Yep,
shit
just 20
inside
by
there.
20. That's it. Yep.
Yeah, and I can store shit in there. Granted, if my ring is destroyed, everything goes
Everything comes out.
out onto the, including a bed,
Yeah.
including a very nice bed, and probably a lot of books, and a giant mirror that's on the.
So, we'll save for the sake of comfort and to not screw over Fanoa outside of her control. Easily able to put the crystal into the genie's ring, where it possibly or possibly not have just crushed Jack's bed.
I go in with it because I have to literally hold on to it, poof into the ring. It shouldn't crush the bed. There's enough room.
Just give me a strength check. I'm just curious.
No, can I not?
I'm just curious. You know what? Yeah, fair enough. You don't have to carry it. You just have to be holding it. So it's basically like your sumo wrestling arms around, just really like grab and hold as best you can, as you all watch Jack just vanish into the ring as it clings onto the ground for a couple seconds before Jack comes out, kind of holding one arm where you can see there's a divot of how hard he was holding the crystal.
Oh god, that thing's heavy. What the fuck?
I know.
That thing would be worth a lot of money, by the way. Keep that in mind.
I had plans.
Angry stool.
Anakim, have you guys talked about that in chat at all?
Nope.
Yeah.
Well, correction. They have talked all about it. No one's actually approached me to actually ask if it's fucking possible.
So
I mean, it's just making a stool.
you guys want to make a stool out of the crystal?
Vanilla wants to smack people with it, yes.
Is it even have appropriate shapes for that? Like, I'm imagining a giant fucking, like,
I mean, it's
phallic
fucking
looking
big,
crystal.
So I can imagine you can carve it out.
She's not looking for like a borderline chair. She's just looking for like a step ladder, basically.
Okay. Like a
She
basic
wants to
stool.
be able to use it as a step ladder, get mad, and then grab the step ladder and beat the shit out of people.
Yep. Yeah, so that's why I know for a fact they have talked all about this in the fucking Discord. They just
Okay.
have not asked me shit about it.
Okay. Okay.
It's not my crystal, not my stool.
Yeah, that is true. That is very true.
Okay. I guess I missed that whole section. I remember off comments, but no like explanation of why or how or.
Oh yeah, no, it's just I think it literally just started with I think Fanoa just wants a stool to walk onto so she can be at normal height. But then she wants to use the stool to hit people, but a stool can break. So that's when Volmer said, you know you can magic a stool, and her eyes just blew up being like, I want a magic stool weapon.
It
I
was
was
along the
joking,
lines
too.
of like WWE, like grab the chair and like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh my god, we're gonna have a magically enchanted fucking stool.
Yep.
So the way it started was that I made a joke that Fanoa needs a stool to look at people at eye level. And then Fanoa was like, fuck that, I want to smack people with it.
And that's where it came into, hey, you can get a quote-unquote magical stool.
I just want to
I mean,
point
if you
out.
can magic a robe, if you can magic a sword, I don't see a reason why you couldn't
Yeah.
magic a stool.
No, I'm totally, yeah.
I just want to point out the logistics of this. Could you imagine being the person who grabs a bar stool, walks up to a wizard and goes, "Can you enchant this, please?"
Yep.
The absolute fucking look of what the fuck on their face.
That's not even a weapon. It is for me. It will shatter in an instant. Not if you magic it.
It's an improvised weapon.
Literally.
It won't
Literally.
break if you do your job right.
Pretty much,
Yep.
yeah. Fucking Christ, okay.
But as you guys are preparing for the day, you turn in what keys you have to the innkeeper. You guys have until midday, and you did wake up at about 8 in the morning at this point. So you got a couple hours if you want to do anything before returning to Lure.
Oh,
Hmm.
I can't remember.
Fucking rich ass motherfucker.
God damn it.
Hey, you want to grab some for all of us? You want to share?
I'm sure you can pay for the fucking shipping.
Right?
Right?
I can't remember. Did I exhaust all my avenues for the whole bag of holding shit? It was just the one magic shop in town, yeah?
As far as you know, there is only one magic shop in this town.
Okay.
And I believe you asked Lur, and he himself even confirmed, saying that he's just really good at business. And he
Yeah.
managed to corner the market.
Okay. I have to go elsewhere for that. 'Cause I looked over and I was like, oh yeah, I have fucking money!
Yeah.
For once.
I was like, do I want to go shopping? And I looked over and I was like, oh fuck, I don't have any money.
I mean, what you need.
I'm broke. I don't know.
That
Figured
is
to
also-
remove
that
the
is
council,
also-
I needed a new outfit.
I mean,
That is also an Ashrin to ask Jack, because she does also know he just came in with a snazzy new fucking cloak.
yeah.
Yeah.
Veril.
Meryl's just chuckling in the background.
Hey, Jack was the brokest motherfucker of the group, dude. I had like 8 copper
No,
to
it
my
was
fucking.
Ashrin. It was
No.
absolutely Ashrin.
No, I had like 8 copper for a while there.
Ah.
Yeah.
Yeah, even with all of my gold being turned into silver, I was still
Yeah.
okay.
I think I had
Goddamn.
like 1 silver and 13 copper or some shit like that for a while before I got this. Because I spent all of my money to get that pearl from that dude, remember?
That's right. You literally spent every single thing you got. That's right.
And we hadn't got a new job since.
Yep.
We haven't gotten a new job since Corvinus was in the party.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been a little while.
Shifts uncomfortably in his platinum.
Uh-huh. Yeah. It's okay.
So-
Jack's back to being comfortably.
Does anyone have anything they want to do in the couple hours you have before going to meet up with Lur? Or you can go early if you also want to.
Anyone got shit they need to do? Do we need supplies? There's a
Can we
magic
get my
shop.
stool magicked?
I
What
mean,
was that?
She has to get her stool made first. It's not a stool yet.
Can we get my stool magicked?
probably. There's a dude running a magic shop on the other side of town.
Wait, have they talked about the stool at all?
Nope. That'd be the first ever mention that Fino would ever make towards the stool.
Jack's just
Reminds
accepting
me of
it.
one of Steve's characters.
That's not the weirdest thing that's come out of Fanoa's mouth.
Or
Also
Fanoa in
true.
general. That's not the weirdest thing to do with Fanoa in general.
Yeah,
Also true.
and Jack doesn't know of which type of stool they're talking about, so it's just okay. Anyone else need something done? There, like I said, there's a magic shop here in town. Anyone need to change clothes?
I mean, new clothes would be great, but like I said, I don't have any money, so.
I would like to go to the library.
There's a library?
I would assume there's one.
Is there a
Ashton, if you need clothes, as long as it's not too expensive, I can pay for it.
I have expensive taste.
I
How
don't- okay.
expensive is expensive to you?
I don't know. Not knowing, economy.
I would say the average outfit that Asha would be used to, at least after even leaving the house, is probably around the 15 to 20 gold piece range. And that's putting it cheap, given that she knew she had to cut down after, you know.
Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah,
Okay, how
that'd
does
be absolutely fine. Actually, if you need me to pay for something like that, as long as it's not like 200 gold pieces, like
Oh no, that's like a party outfit. We're not planning on going to any parties.
What type of party are you going to that you're spending 200 gold for an outfit?
I mean, maybe not that much, but you know.
Noble kids.
I Jack's a little bit dumbfounded, like.
Volmir's used to
I was
it. He's
like,
met
'cause
noble
I
kids
feel like
before
even
at the college.
I feel like even Jack's most expensive outfit is probably like 90 gold pieces.
Oh, probably not even that high. Like, probably 50 gold at the most. Like,
Yeah.
if it's anything above 50 gold, that fucking thing has to be, like, magical or something. Like.
Or at least it has to be like for like a very ultra specific purpose. It's like we're going to this wedding this weekend, and they specifically want you to have this design.
Yeah. Like.
But everybody knows women's clothing costs way more than a guy's.
I know, but that's why I'm just saying is that like Jack knows that his clothing is cheap, so but even 200, yeah, that's women's clothing right there.
I feel
honestly-
like Volmir's used to hearing people talk about expensive clothing.
I
It's fun.
honestly feel even like his mother's outfits probably weren't that fucking expensive.
Hers
Like,
probably hovered around the 120, 150 range.
so I was thinking like somewhere around 100 at the most for hers
Yeah.
and shit like that. Like,
So
'cause
200 for a really fancy party is not out of the question.
No, it really isn't.
that's like seeing the fucking king fancy.
Mhm.
Or going to the king's fucking wedding fancy.
Mhm.
Like, your average fucking party though for a noble, hell no.
But yeah, if you want to go ahead and I can tag along, just as long as it's not too expensive, I wouldn't mind paying for it.
Sure. Do you have experience in shopping for clothes?
Uh,
Oh, that's right. I still have a handful of gems I need to sell.
Okay, question.
You have what now?
I forgot about that.
I think that was all the way since the fucking necromancy thing, wasn't
Uh-huh.
it? The fucking
Yep.
skeletons or zombies?
Yep.
No,
When
he
you
sold
when you
those, I
saved
think.
that alchemist out of the dungeon.
Yeah,
Oh, those.
yeah.
I thought we sold those.
He had his
Jack-
own.
Or Corvais sold all of his.
I pocketed my own stash
Yeah.
Yes.
when we were down there.
He sleight of hand pocketed his own stash while we pulled the rest of it together and Corvais sold, I think, most of that.
Bunch, yeah.
Quick question. Where the fuck does Beryl even find clothes? They're 6'10". I can't imagine many outfits being just like.
Yeah.
Imagine Veril either asks for some quote-unquote custom-made common clothes or either makes them themselves. I mean, they do be druid.
So Veril is not used to shopping for clothes.
I wouldn't think so. They don't like talking to people. That they
Beryl
don't.
in their raggedy ass outfit.
There's people in. Yep.
So
Yeah.
this is perfect. Astrid could introduce Veryl to shopping while Veryl can pay for it.
Exactly.
Or Astrid doesn't have the best taste in clothes. Like, she likes good clothes, but she's really unsure about what to buy and what looks good. Because that was usually done for her.
Damn rich kids.
Damn rich kids. Yeah.
So, are you two going off for a shopping trip?
Sure.
Sure.
And
Let's
does anybody else
go.
want to join them on said shopping trip?
Before that, does this town have a library or some type of bookstore or anything like that?
Go ahead, just give me a charisma check.
No shit.
There is a library, and it's not that it's not welcoming, it's just that they're strict on their ruling, as far as you can tell. Kind of like there is no checking out of the library. It's literally just you have to go in there, tell them what book you want, they'll give it to you, and then you can read it.
Okay. Jack's going with Volmer to the library.
Nerd time.
Yep. Like that was Jack would have totally went shopping, but there's books.
I can
Delmar.
totally imagine that whole library. Like, this is a totally random thought out of character, and I'm sorry, but like, if I had a library in this kind of world, my first reaction would be, okay, this is a non-magical zone. No magic's bad.
None. Go away. You take your fireball and you leave.
Well,
The
that
thing is,
and
if I have
like
a
if I had
fireball,
a
how are you
large
gonna stop it?
institution of rare knowledge, I'd be like, no, you're not copying this. You're not teleporting it somewhere. This is mine. This is dimensionally anchored. No teleporting in. No teleporting out. No scrying. No magical copying. Behave.
If you want to read this book, you need these dimensional shackles.
Oh my god. That
The
is
fucking
fucking.
librarian figured out how to make a dead magic zone.
Yeah.
Figured it's actually really easy to make a dead
Yeah.
magic zone, believe it or not.
Yeah.
Yep.
Permanency, a fucking anti-magic zone.
Literally.
That's it.
Yep. And then put a dimensional anchor so nothing can get in and get out, and put an anti-scrying field around it, and then.
It's a fuck ton of work, but it's very possible.
Oh yeah.
I built a wizard
Sorry.
shop like that.
Random thought, but all that just flashed in my mind like, oh yeah, this is the library they're going to for sure.
You're good. So Delmar, what company are you going towards? The nerd house or the girl house?
Uh,
Or the brothel.
Or the robbing house, where you're just gonna start
Criminal
murdering
house.
everybody in town?
I have shit to sell, and I also have 2 empty bottles. So if I could go to an alchemist and get a discount on healing potions by trading them empty bottles,
Okay.
that'd be good.
So for the gems, easy enough to find a jeweler in this town. They're almost every other block in this entire place. It's a little bit interesting on that prospect. And they would sell you at fair price. And I believe I gave it a price point, the bundle of jewels.
Is somewhere in this backpack, where'd it go? And 4 gems. Yeah, 350 gold of gems.
Okay, so go ahead and mark those off and get your 350.
And that is going to be 10 platinum and 250 gold.
Okay.
Sweet.
And give me either a charisma check or an investigation check to find the alchemist shop. I feel like I know which one to go for, but I just might as well give you the option.
Yeah.
It takes a little bit of time. Oh, really quickly, do you set up bond or not bond?
Comms.
Comms before y'all split up?
Or why not?
And we'll establish
7 hours. Beautiful.
we meet back at the conservatory or whatever by noon.
All right.
Okay. Then
So
I need
easy
to
enough.
mark down
Yes.
thing.
Elves
There we
do
go.
dream, but they either are memories of a past life, mental exercises. That's why they're really good at wisdom saves and stuff like that, and charming, and otherwise visions. It's a very rare occasion that an elf straight up dreams of something.
That's why I was confused when you said I was dreaming because I was thinking I'm meditating. Can you dream?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that's why, and like Jad said, they don't usually dream, mostly for the fact of they are trancing. They're just not technically sleeping. It's more of just a very concentrated rest. But you would be able to find an alchemist shop, which is not the biggest thing in the world. It seems like a lot of the shops here are very quaint and small from what you can tell, but they all seem very well established. And walking in, you do see that there are quite a few setups going on of very fine categorizing. It's basically a night and day difference between Gorbals back in Balloonzar and here in fuck me the name. Calfod. Thank you, Calfod. I don't know why I forgot my own city's name. Where everything is properly labeled, properly priced, and it just feels much nicer comparison. With the elven man at the front counter who does eagerly await for you to make a suggestion. Because is there anything you want those 2 potions specifically filled with?
In 5th edition, is there just healing potion, or do they still have the like expensive ones?
Yeah, there's 4 different versions.
Okay. It's the basic one that's 50 gold a pop, right?
Yep.
Yeah. One thing about healing potions, they expensive.
They do get real fucking expensive when you get up there.
What's the I'm sitting at a computer. I can Google this. Uh,
There's Potion of Healing, Greater Healing, Superior, and Supreme.
how much does a supreme heal, and how much does it cost?
10d4, and Supreme will run you at 2,500 gold pieces.
Never mind.
Yeah.
That's a lot for like 20 hit points.
No, it's 2d4.
It's 10d4 plus 20.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's 40 hit points on average.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fucking expensive.
Listen, 40 hit points can save your fucking life.
That's actually cheaper
Yeah.
than most people run it.
40
Oh, yeah,
hit
no,
points is
I
basically
think-
my entire.
I think the recommended price is...
Like 5 or 10k or something like that?
I was gonna say, I think it's 5,000.
Yeah.
But like you said, even I find that fucking absurd.
Yeah,
for
it
40.
exponentially
fucking
increases
stupid.
in price as the higher you go up.
Yeah, because it goes 50, 250, 1,500, and then 5,000. I was just like, that 5,000 jump is pretty fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's dumb. As it is, I'm thinking of splurging on 100 gold potion, but
Yeah.
kind of a whole lot of fuck that noise right now.
40 health is a lifesaver though. Like that's
I mean, it
literally my
really
entire
could
health
be.
bar.
But still not worth 5 fucking K.
Mm-hmm. You could buy a magic item that does something better.
I think you could buy a wand of healing with 5K. I'm not even kidding.
Probably.
Okay. Alright, so I'm gonna walk into this store with the 2 empty bottles. I can trade you these 2 bottles and 75 gold for 2 potions of greater healing.
2 of greater? The
Oh,
greater's
so-
a 250.
Oh, they're 100 for at the thing. I'm 1 plus 1 made 11 there for a second. So they're 250. Okay, so this is a different pricing scale. Never mind.
Yeah.
I could have sworn it was 250. Am I being stupid?
I just clicked on a random website on my Google search, so.
No, it is 250. Yeah, it is 250.
Yeah, fuck that. Never mind. That's. Nope. Oh, just 2 basic healing potions then. 40 gold apiece plus the bottle?
Give me a persuasion check.
Oh, Ruby.
Not as expected.
Mm-hmm.
He'd be willing to give you. You know what? Let me see this. A 5 gold piece discount for both glass bottles. So 95 for both.
Alrighty.
And that's him being generous, because they're only worth 2 each. So he gave you an extra gold piece in there.
Okay, good to know.
I'm
I'll be a
scrolling.
little nice.
I'm scrolling through my inventory and I forgot I have a magic vibrator.
Oh, you forgot about your fucking stone.
I
You
completely forgot that.
Oh my fucking god.
Oh, trust me, that's in my brain every time now that I think about it. Especially after Exandria Unlimited and they got Pervon on him like there. I'm so glad Pervon's a thing so I don't look like a fucking idiot because of the magic vibrator.
Yeah. Holy fuck,
Oh,
dude.
fucking Pervon. So good.
Okay.
So go ahead and give yourself 2 potions of healing and mark off 95 gold and the bottles.
Alright, I just got done adjusting that.
All right. Let's go. Oh, do you have anything else?
Nope, not really.
All right.
Right
Let's go
back.
with the ladies, or lady and a half, I believe, if I remember correctly.
Pretty much.
1.5 ladies.
2.5 men's new show. 1.5.
God.
No, it's gonna be just as bad as the first one.
Oh my god.
As you are walking around the districts to look for a clothing store, which you find a plethora of, and it becomes no surprise whatsoever that you have your cream of the crop here of what you want to choose between small, casual commoners' outfits to the higher up, eccentric designs of the nobles, and far and few in between. So, what were you planning on looking for, Asher?
I didn't think this far because I didn't think we were gonna get to a shopping episode this quickly.
You asked for an outfit.
I know. I think Astrid just needs an updated outfit because this one is probably the same one that she bought shortly after leaving the house, and it's been through some shit.
So
she
some
probably,
nobility, but nothing like
yeah, she needs,
overly.
yeah, she needs something that is well made, nice, looks good, looks like she still could carry herself into a place.
Okay. Easily enough to find a shop like that where you do see what basically amounts to a I had the name of the shop in my head and it fucking poofed out of my brain instantly. A mid-tier stores that you can tell they have the higher end quality of things, but they're not the absurd level of prices.
It's
Where you
not
can-
Gucci.
Yeah, it's not Gucci. No, it ain't Gucci.
Gucci Xbox.
Macy's. That's what I'm fucking thinking of. Macy's.
This is some Abercrombie and Fitch shit.
I've never been to an
It's a
Abercrombie.
store in the mall that I don't get to go to very often.
Yeah, there you go. It's a store in the mall you wish you had the money to go and buy dresses from all the time, but you can't.
Yes.
So, easily enough going in there, and you're not the only one in there, obviously looking for some finer clothes and designs and stuff. And, well, you have a very varietal pick of between mostly summer dresses. It seems like there's a thing that's going on right now, but there are still some more fall dresses and winter dresses that are being offered. Which even then saying summer dresses is basically what you have on right now, because summer here is essentially New York, where it's not hot, but it's not cold, but it's not good.
Okay.
Yeah, Veryl instantly gets like a bunch of eyes kind of looking towards them, kind of a like, why are they walking in here with that kind of clothing? It's like, I don't think they belong in here.
Oof.
Rude. I think Ashrin might want something a little more suited to adventuring than a dress.
Okay. So easily enough to find something of a still elegant and fuck, why's my brain fucking up so much today? Outward expressing dress where it still catches the eye, but at the same time it has more fluidity, it has more fabric that lets you kind of move around and explore a little bit, so it's not restraining you any more than it should be, because in case you gotta run away from like a T-Rex or something.
Okay.
Any color in particular you want? Just curious.
Black.
Raw black. Go ahead and just give me a persuasion check with advantage for me. Just curious. 23. Very nice. It'd run you at 17 gold pieces for the very fine quality that it is, and they pretty much guarantee you that, short of literally being cut through by a blade, it should be durable enough to last you your adventuring needs. And a lot of this is being spent time, like, expressing to Veril the quality of the clothes and how very nice a lot of these would be to put on and just try, and that, linen is really soft.
This is true.
Well,
Vero, is 17 gold okay?
yeah, that's completely fine.
Thank you.
Is there anything Veril would like to get for themselves while in this shop?
Let's see. I don't know when the last time Veril has actually gotten a new set of clothes. It would probably have to be a little bit more custom because of how tall they are, though.
There are a few long dresses that they can get for Veril, but even then, with the height that they have upon them, it's still... It basically only goes up to, like, just past the knees at the best.
Oh, Veril's like a pants kind of person. Oh.
Oh, no. Then that'd be even more difficult.
Yeah.
Got legs for days.
This is what happens when you make your character freakishly tall to make up for the fact you're short in real life.
Yeah, by the way, we literally looked that up today because he mentioned that, and we saw you made yourself 6'10".
Yeah, they're tall. I mentioned it before.
I don't remember
know
this.
Yeah, we remember you mentioned being tall, and we're like, oh, it was like probably like 6'2" or something like that. But we looked at it and it said 6'10".
Yeah. Let's see.
Which I believe Jack is the next tallest. I think at 6 foot flat.
I'm 6 foot flat too.
Oh, Volmer's also 6 foot flat. Yeah, so there you go. Yeah.
That's a weird thought. Okay.
Like,
Just that sudden realization that for Veril, everyone's the perfect size standing up.
yep.
Kneeling not required.
So, if are you just looking for like a casual outfit, or are you looking for anything special?
Just adventuring. Essentially, what they have on now, just not as gross.
Yeah, so basically just a more refined commoner's adventurous clothing. With some added height to it, because, my god. Go ahead and give me a persuasion check with advantage.
Oh, they're gonna fail so bad. Anyway. With advantage?
Yes. Because Ashton's there to help you. Basically, you two are helping each other out. Yeah. One more.
Oh no! This is why they don't do things.
And it's true. It's very true. Ashton, as much as, like, you were explaining all of this and you were trying to help as best as possible, that even when you get an assistant over, especially because you need it to help with Veryl's height, there is a very clear awkwardness and inability to explain what they want. So they get their outfit eventually after like an hour of having to desperately search for the correct one. And even then, come the end of it, with the added height and the need for quick adjustments to the shirt to comfort for the longer sleeves that it's gonna need, it's gonna run at about 30 gold pieces. Which even for a quote unquote commoners or adventure set, that's pretty ludicrous.
That's some bullshit. Man, this is what I get for trying to talk to people, man.
This is what you get for making your character 6'10".
Also,
Is there any way that Ashrin can like step in and be like, "Hey, like, listen, I know my friend is tall and a little awkward, but we don't need to like jack up the prices here. This is unfair."
give me a persuasion check. Just a straight roll. Just a straight roll.
Where's persuasion? There it is.
Wolmir threatens fireball.
Fucking even 24s.
It was a 23 last time.
Oh, it was. There is a begrudging acceptance, kind of a like, you're calling us on our bullshit. It's basically like they're like, you saw the price tag and you're like, I want that price, don't you try to skim me on that price. And they begrudgingly goes, terribly sorry for that, we must have gotten the numbers mixed up somewhere. We'll
Yeah.
reevaluate
clearly.
for you
Thank
shortly.
you.
And it will come out to be at 19 gold pieces.
Yeah,
Because
that's
of
what I thought.
the added extended height and everything, all the work that had to be done on it.
I'm gonna talk to one of the salespersons and I'm gonna say, hey, so like I know this might be a little bit weird, but we're new in town. We're not staying anywhere for the night, and our clothes are kind of right now. Do you mind if we use your changing room after we pay for everything, of course?
There's a pause, especially as they look at Veril, specifically Veril. But then you see the face of like the customer's always right kind of thing. And goes, of course, feel free.
Thank you. I'm
just
gonna go
kinda,
change in my snazzy new clothes.
yeah. As the helper turns in like a very like, of course it had to be on my shift kind of deal.
He asked for fries with that. That's all I'm picturing.
Because you two get yourselves your snazzy new outfits, very nice and clean get-ups. Veril no longer looks like they smashed together 3 outfits to make up for their height.
Farrell, those clothes look very nice on you.
Thank you.
Oh dear God, that height comparison.
Yeah, I remember I have a height generator chart somewhere. I just can't find it again. I'll have to find it
Volmer
and post
posted
it in.
it.
Oh, did you find? Did
I
you
stole
find
a
one?
random one from online and posted one.
Did you find one? That's fucking it. What the fuck? I couldn't find that one.
I just looked up height comparison chart thing. I forget what
Mine didn't fucking come up.
That looks so cute.
Get the tiny ass Fanoa. I love how the
Oh,
picture.
I love it.
No, it's so
Love how the
adorable.
picture makes it a fucking
Child.
child. Yeah, that's
Let
interesting.
me see if I can put that on the fucking map just so stream can see that, because that's
Oh,
fucking
that's
amazing.
so cute.
That's fucking amazing.
So tiny, so
I
small.
love the comparison of Fanoa to Veril.
Right?
We're besties.
Fucking crazy.
I mean,
love
Fanoa,
it.
like
And
if
they're the best
Veril,
friends in the party.
if Veril's a little bit stronger, Fanoa could just ride on the fucking back and just start swinging at people.
In the
Holy
meantime,
shit.
Jack and Vollmer, as you make your way towards the library after getting very little information on this place, and arriving to this medium to large building where it has a posted sign of a book. That at first glance you would think it's a bookshop, but immediately going in there, you can tell that it is mostly a library due to the fact of the several chairs down the middle of people reading books from them, and all the ones along the side are currently encased in a glass container that have little sliding doors to them that each have their own little personal lock attached to them.
Could I have bought parchment on our way here?
Easily enough, yeah.
Okay. How much would that run?
However much you're looking for. Like, are you looking for like a small stack or
Like a
like a
small
couple
stack.
sheets? Uh, like 3 silver for a
Okay.
small stack. Fucking paper.
You're right. Yeah. Okay.
Dr. Stone literally taught me that paper is not hard to make.
It really isn't, and it's actually kind of a fun process.
It's very neat. I was just like, that's it. That's all paper is.
Yeah. Ascendant of a Bookworm is another one that show you that too. Yeah.
But as you guys enter in, you are able to peruse and look at all the titles of the books as you please. Is there any book in particular that y'all are looking for?
I'm looking for anything to do with dreams or like things that invade your dreams.
Give me an investigation check real quick.
Do I have advantage because of the scholar background?
What does the scholar background say real quick?
Let me double check. It gives you a trait thing.
Learn to recall a piece of lore. If you don't have information, you have to know where to find.
Oh, we got the same one. I forgot about that.
Oh, you have the exact same one as fucking Jack. Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, because researcher.
Okay. Okay. I didn't know if you did have that or not. I wasn't sure. It doesn't give you advantage, it just gives you a generic location of like if like say for example like you with your scabbard. That's why I was like you have no idea where to find the location for that, but you have an idea where to go for that location. But when you actually get there, it's not like you know what to look for. It's just that you know this place is the place where you can find info.
Okay.
Yeah, you should have been making use of that more often, because that's what Jack did to get to the fucking planetarium here. I didn't know you guys had the exact same fucking one in that case.
Yeah, I'm Sage with the researcher feature, and he's
Yeah, so is he.
And I'm also
So is he.
Sage with the
Sage.
researcher
Okay, I
feature.
didn't know if it was. Yeah. Okay.
I didn't know you guys both had the exact same fucking background.
I mean,
Nerds.
it's not surprising considering we honestly have similar goals.
It is. I just didn't know you all had the fucking same exact fucking one.
Mhm.
So with a 24, you do find a couple books when it comes to about invading dreams. One of them literally is just all about the dream spell itself and its applications, history of uses, and misconcepts towards it. Where you, as a mage, would know that the dream spell is, I believe, ineffective on elves, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, elves can't be put magically to sleep or magically dream.
Yes, so dream cannot work on elves. So you already know off the bat that that's not something I'm looking for. This is something more grander, something more unique. And you come up to find one book in particular where it does speak about nightly visions in forms of dreams, is what the title says.
That sounds spot on.
Is there anything you're looking for, Jack?
Jack is looking at this place like a kid in a fucking candy shop. Like, he is so excited that once Volmer said
One of the
library.
librarians walks up and is like, "Don't drool on the book."
Okay.
I need to clean that up when we close up shop. Please refrain from it.
I got it. Prestidigitation. Just cleans the drool off his. I am looking for a book on the language of primordial. and how to learn how to speak it and read it.
I mean, investigation check with disadvantage, because that is an ancient language.
I know.
I'll give you the shot.
That's why he chose it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What
Unfortunately,
primordial did you meet that you want to flirt with?
he literally has a pact with one.
Yes.
Oh, fair
Okay.
enough.
Technically, the elementals come from the primordials. Literally.
I'm trying.
You mean the genies?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They aren't technically
doesn't know
primordials,
common
but they
languages,
literally are
though, does he?
descendants of them.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, looking for anything to do with primordials, besides history books on the occasional primordial, there's nothing on the actual language itself, sadly to say.
Anything on deep speech?
Go ahead and give me another investigation check with disadvantage.
Yep. I know this is gonna be rough. Fuck.
9. Unfortunately, no.
Last one he's interested in, undercommon?
Just a straight roll.
Fuck me.
Even with the straight roll. Jack, in all these attempts trying to look so desperately for the languages he seek, unfortunately, favor does not go his way. Meanwhile,
I can
Volmer,
teach you undercommon.
yeah,
Yeah,
just
we
had
can-
thought to ask.
I don't know. He speaks undercommon.
Yeah, as I'm saying, yeah. You have number
True.
one. I don't think you've spoken undercommon in front of the party before, and number two, yeah, Jack just doesn't know.
I
don't think
was
Jack
the only
has
one who could
anybody at all.
understand undercommon in that one instance.
Yeah,
It
it
was
was
a couple
the
sections ago.
the letter that spoke about the red tiefling.
Yeah. Oh, that's right.
The
think-
one that only you and Ashrin know about, and I don't think
That's
you ever
right.
told even Ashrin about what it was about.
I
Ashrin?
thought
Probably
we
not.
sat down and shared all the information.
I think it was just between you two then.
I don't think
Cause then Jack perked up saying that he's got one of the dudemen looking into dudemen for the bow part, and then Volmer came up saying, "Hey, I have a location,"
Yeah.
and then that note just kind of got swept under the rug.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah. Because Jack was waiting for his meeting when you guys got your little letter thing.
Okay.
Now you'd think Jack would ask us, "Hey, what languages do you speak? I do research into this stuff."
I mean, he's been more like single-minded him learning it. Like his patron is a fucking genie. He still hasn't asked her to teach him.
Yeah. But
Actually,
it's also because she's not always around.
would he know that genies could probably speak primordial?
Make an intelligence check.
Not history?
No intelligence, and there's a
Okay.
reason why.
Okay. Fuck me.
No. Okay.
My rolls
Your
are just
roll.
getting worse.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, they're just they went from bad to really good to bad.
Fuck
Even
it.
worse too, they got 2 natural ones in a row with the advantage disadvantage.
Yep. Okay. Not gonna be my day today. Got it.
But yeah.
Jack's
Also,
just-
there we go. Now I can finally. I don't know why it took so long to get that fucking image to upload. This is for the stream to see the fucking height difference here. Like that's the height difference in the fucking party. It's crazy.
So keep in mind, in real life, Varel is 2 inches shorter than Ash.
That's funny. I'm like 3 inches
Whoa.
shorter than Jack. Yeah.
There
I
is
just-
no middle. I either be small or big.
I mean, that's what Finoa chose. Finoa chose small.
No, that's Finoa's real height in real life.
Oh Jesus.
Okay.
But Volmer, I imagine you request the book about nightly visions.
Yeah.
And as you do so, you do see that the attendant does go, and they themselves unlock the cabinet, and they pull a book out for you. And they do ask you for your name, as a sign out, basically.
Volmir. Volmir.
Volnail.
Vol- Volmir.
Enjoy the read, Volma. And
Thank you.
walks off. As you just keep seeing Jack just keeps going one by one through all the books, being like primordial, maybe undercommon.
You need help finding a book, my friend?
It's not here. It's not here. It's not here.
I'm gonna like touch his shoulder to make sure he heard me.
Primordial.
Like, go.
I'm looking for something on Primordial. How
Can
to
I take
speak
a quick
it?
look around?
Give an investigation check with disadvantage.
I want to completely outroll him.
It's very good, but it's not enough.
And
You still outrolled him, to be fair. So as you spend some time helping Jack look through these books and very thoroughly, and you do occasionally come across some books that Jack himself missed on some primordial text, but immediately Jack shows up and is like, that's just text, that's not language, that's just stuff that they've already translated, but how am I going to learn if it's already translated? Stuff like that.
Can I just
Fair
ask
enough.
whoever's running this place if they have anything?
If you want to.
Yeah, I'm just gonna flat up go up and ask. Do you guys have anything on learning Primordial, Deep Speech, or Undercommon?
Unfortunately, we do not have anything of those sorts. They are quite ancient texts and very rare languages, and we are a publicly sourced library,
Is
which
there,
is why we take care of all our books very, very closely.
is there anyone around in this city that might have books along those lines?
The best that you'll probably have is with the Troll District. There is a very large magic shop there. If there's anything you seek when it comes to the rarities, he will most likely have it.
Shit! Jack just bolts out the fucking place. He's just gonna book it across the fucking town.
So I need to run.
sees him like bolt out. I'm gonna assume Volmir didn't hear this conversation, so I'm gonna assume something is wrong and book it after him.
I mean, you do have comms if you wanna talk to him.
So, I like this because I like to imagine this is right before our barrel gets scammed. Jack, what the fuck is going on?
And you all
Books.
just hear just in your head as Dalmar's on his way back from the jeweler shop or the potion shop to go towards the planetarium. Veryl's in the middle of trying to, or Ashton's in the middle trying to haggle down the price a little bit, and y'all just fucking hear this shit go down.
Books across the city. Be back later.
Did you just break off sprinting because of a book?
You don't?
I'm gonna go wait at the planetarium. I'm just gonna start walking over.
You do know that you have to read the book in the shop or in the library.
Oh, okay. Never.
Yeah.
Never mind then.
Like I said, these are publicly sourced books. They want to take very good care of these.
I'm gonna head back then. My bad.
Give me an intelligence check as you read through this book, just to see just what kind of information you can glean from this specifically. 11. While reading through this book, and a lot of this is generic stuff that they expand on, like people seeing visions in their dreams and it means more. They visit from the gods and they entail something. All these sorts of details that don't matter because they are either stuff you probably learned already at the college or stuff that does not pertain to your situation. There does come one section though where it speaks about visions from an internal source. And while the text is confusing as hell as what that means by internal source, you can at least make out that when dreams or visions are feeling like a conversation between two entities, and it's not out of divinity, it's not out of magic, and it's not out of some sort of forced illusion to some extent. It usually inclines towards a second entity resides within the person in some way, shape, or form.
I want to make a joke so bad.
Mhm.
One of us.
No, fuck you. Anyway.
I mean, just become a rogue and you'll be fine.
Got a little
No,
woman
No,
inside of
I
you.
actually okay. I forgot about the rogue bit. I'm gonna be honest.
We have not.
I can't use thieves' tools, so like,
Well, yeah, that's why you become a rogue.
no, fuck you.
Just politely ask Dalmar to give
Wait.
you a level 1 rogue and done.
Don't you have
Okay,
a set
to
of
be
thieves
fair-
tool?
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, because Dalmar gave him a second one, I believe.
Yeah. You use them just fine down that place.
The dungeon, yeah.
Yeah.
I remember a
Anyways.
couple instances where you were better than I was.
Yeah.
Okay, to be fair, one realizes Dalmar thinks the planes are flat. Why would he think that Dalmar would be a good teacher?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's another
That's
reason why
true.
Jack would probably never go to Dalmar for language instruction.
Yep. Yep.
That's true.
Oh my god.
As you read through those texts and you feel time flying by as you're reading into it and trying to find as much detail as you possibly can out of everything, you feel the time start to kind of degrade as it starts getting towards noonish where you have to meet towards the planetarium. It's a very long read.
I guess I shall return the book and start heading over.
Alrighty. As Jack, booking your ass literally across town back towards the magic shop in question. As you, I can imagine Jack literally with like sweat on the brow, just like huffing and breathing, like just slams open the fucking door.
No. He's got to be composed a little bit. So outside of the shop, he's holy fuck, and he casts prestidigitation, kind of pushes back his hair, composes himself. Outside of the shop, he's a fucking mess. Gotta look presentable. Just opens up.
As you open the door of the Dragon's Magic Horde shop, and there you see with the other patrons around, you see the occasional kobold running around doing their work as they are, and Yvonne Wingspire still at the counter, as elegant as ever, still feel that sensation of illusion on him as always, as he kind of just grins at the sight of you and kind of just goes like, well, it's only been a day. You can't possibly have more cap spells for me now, can you?
Yvonne, my friend, sadly, I do not. I do have a friend who has some that I'm trying to convince to get rid of, but they have their own plans for it. I don't get it. They want a stool. Can you
I mean, they can
magically
go to the general shop if they really want a stool.
enchant a stool?
I mean, the applications would be near worthless, but you know, it'd be an interesting project.
I might send them your ways. I'm sorry in advance. Anywho, I heard you might have rare oddity books. I'm specifically looking for books on learning primordial.
I do have oddities when it comes to books in question. When it comes to learning languages, though, unfortunately, I'm a bit light on those. I'm not an educator as well. I think I've made aware as he points towards the entire shop.
That bitch
I
lied
do
to
have
me.
some literature over the primordials, but nothing that would really teach you anything over their language, I'm afraid.
Well, she lied to me then. Fuck. Just Jack's looking at blankly stare out the door like, do you know of anyone else in the city who might have something along these lines? I am a purveyor of exotic languages, and I'm looking for primordial, deep speech, and undercommon.
You know, I've heard that one of the barons of the districts, they're a fine collector of languages. Now, I don't know how true it is, but the rumor has it that he speaks every language under the sun and under the moon.
Naturally, or by arcane means?
That's the thing. I don't know.
Which district, do you know?
As far as I'm aware, he's of the Oakbridge district, which actually fits rather well, given that he is arguably the richest of all the barons.
And what would his name be?
Double checking so I don't get it wrong. Trillion. His
Trillion.
name is Trillion.
Because he knows a trillion languages?
Oh, I see what you did there. That's a very good one.
Oh my god. I hate myself for making that joke out of game.
Try it. Vollmer, you learned this very quickly. Try as a DM might. There's no name a player cannot butcher.
No.
It's okay. To be fair, it's trillion. It's like the easiest thing to make a pun out of.
Yep, okay. Oakbridge. Okay. I have some. Oh, what time is it? And I kind of like look outside. How much
He
time?
has a slight sundial just posted on the wall, which magically has a tiny sun just floating around it to represent the daytime, and it's at 11:15.
That's cool.
My
Huh.
own invention. Enjoyable, isn't it?
My family would be interested in that.
I'm sure quite a few people would,
Huh.
but I keep my secrets.
Oh, no. It'd be more of a business deal. You sell to them, they sell to other people, you know.
Oh, are we talking about expanding?
Maybe. We could both do wonders. Because that is very, very handy to have. Especially on those dark and cloudy days.
You do see just a very, like, captivated face of, like, ooh, there's more profit to be made here.
And Jack's going to reach into his pack and pull out just a little notebook type thing. Says, I have a list here of friends I've made along the way that I'll be bringing back to my family whenever I head home. Your name's on there.
On the top?
I mean, I put it in the order that I meet them. So you're second.
Priorities. I respect it.
So, Jack opens up. There's literally 2 shops listed on there. The rest haven't been worth talking about. So. But yes, I'll make sure they contact you. That's for sure. I do appreciate all of the help.
I'll be waiting. I appreciate all of the material that you have brought me. And opportunities, of course.
Have you had any ideas in the last day?
Oh, I've already had quite a few. I've already begun on one.
Ooh.
But that is to be revealed when it is accomplished.
Let me know when you figure out what you're doing with it.
Oh, I already know what I'm going to attempt. Now, fair warning, if you come back to a smoldering crater, unfortunately you know what ended up occurring.
That's part of the business, sadly.
Indeed, magic is volatile, but that's the thrill of it.
Have you thought about a pocket plane?
Unfortunately, it's not in my forte.
Hmm.
I'm working on one, though. They're
Portable
not
hole?
easy, though.
Portable hole? Would that work?
If I could acquire one.
Huh.
You offering?
Oh, I don't have one. My family might. Reach out to the all trades.
I've heard the names spread around, but I've never had any dealings with them.
Yes. They might have one. Maybe? Jackson's sitting there racking his brain like, when was the last time we had a portable hole?
I think like at some point Jack has just like known about the portable hole because they're like, hey, we got a portable hole. It's like, what the fuck is a portable hole? And they explain it. And it's just like, yeah, this is gonna make like us a massive amounts of money when we sell this off. And it got sold off almost instantly for that exact reason.
I imagine probably the first one that they brought home to show is just like a holy shit, what the fuck, throw it on the floor and fall in type of shit.
Yeah,
It just to show off to him and then immediately sold it like the next day.
pretty much.
They're almost like bags of holding as far as like commonality, I think.
To a certain extent, yeah.
Yeah.
It's basically a portable room, but can fuck you over because if they pick it up with you in there, you're fucking stuck.
Which is so fucking funny. I want to push someone in there, roll it up, and walk away with them.
I mean, you can. You
Yeah.
totally can.
But yes, it seems to be getting late. I have another arrangement here at noon. But again, thank you for the information, and I'll reach out to you as soon as I can.
Better hurry. Don't be late.
See ya, and leave.
As you take off, at long last, everyone regathering back at the planetarium, where at about 11:58 is the moment that Jack comes running up to the front of it. Once again, breath heaving, spending some time to kind of get himself all presentable again. Prestidigitation, straightens the shirt. As
Gets rid of the
Ashton has a
sweat.
new dress, Volmer looks basically the same, but with far finer actual material on them.
Looking fancy. Looking fancy. Are we supposed to be dressing fancy?
I just figured it'd be nice to have new clothes. I'd been wearing those a while.
I mean, fair enough. That's why I got this thing. And Jack swaps it to like the purple and golds and stuff like that. Very handy. You can change outfits on the fly and family colors. Then he'll change it to one that's like a very like dark black and gray muddled mix of colors, which you guys haven't seen yet. Then back to the normal stuff. So, shall we?
As you all begin to kind of filter your way into the planetarium, instantly you smell the very faint herbal scent of tea being made within the room as you see Lur on one side of the room, currently using his little stones to brew tea as you all enter in. And on the opposite side, where you guys had sat last time to drink your tea, you already see a man sitting there. Very fine garb, but of darker colors. And off of one side, he has this almost fur-like pelt with a cloak just attached to it that goes down the right side of his body. and with a singular cane that doesn't look like it's for walking, just looks like it's for presentations worth or whatnot, and seems to hold himself to a very high degree of formality and stature. And as you guys all kind of walk in to see this man, you see Lur instantly kind of perk and goes, "Ah, and there they are, the folks in question." As the man himself stands to look at you all. I'm gonna really quickly give you guys a good look of what this guy looks like. As you see him bow properly towards you all, and he goes, "At first, I would like to thank you all for the work you've done to protect our good old friend, Lur here. Uh, might I ask, before anything happens, is he telling the truth about the hole in the wall that a giant bird of electricity smashed into the hole?"
Yeah.
Yes.
Lightning hurts.
Yeah.
I told
Yeah, it's not
you I
fun.
haven't gone senile yet.
Thunderbird from the Feywild, specifically.
That what that was.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Well, now my concerns have perhaps been raised, or I guess you could say my intrigue piqued, depending on your perspective. Come, come, we're having tea. We have a lot to discuss about now.
We do indeed.
Yep.
And as he gets you all to kind of come closer, and Lur brings over the tea to help serve to each of you. You can all taste it now. It's a much darker, bitter tea this time around than a much gentler one than it was the day before. At first, I suppose I should begin by introducing myself. The name is Trillion. I am the noble household, well, I guess you could call Baron, of the Oakbridge District. Now, I'm gonna be entirely blunt with you all.
Saw that coming.
The Astral Shard is a city secret. And by that I mean we need to deal with this as quickly as possible and as little attention as can be garnered.
I mean, fair enough.
Ignoring the hole in the upper floor.
It probably doesn't help that I casted Fireball last night as well.
You know, I haven't heard reports of a burst of flame in the skies, but I'm sure I'll hear about it soon enough.
Yeah.
And our good old friend Lur here tells me that he can give you a location, he can even give you a buddy to send you along your way towards this unknown location you all are hunting, but I do need to know right off the bat, I'm not going to put names to faces because we don't know each other. And he winks at you all when he says that. To the very least, I would like a method to call you all before anything. What exactly are you inciting, Dalmar?
This guy seems weird. Don't like it. Weird vibes. What's he up to? Is this guy legit? I don't know.
Does he actually know every language?
Actually.
Okay. So, what should I refer to you all in the meantime?
In Sylvan, Jack's gonna say Echoes of the Fallen.
You see an eye immediately raise as you speak in that language, and he replies, in Sylvan. Rare tongue you carry there.
And
Very intriguing.
then I'll swap
And then-
to Infernal. It's not the only one I know.
He switches over to common. A very interesting name for you all. I'll merely refer to you as the Echoes for now. For ease of speaking. So,
Are comms still up?
comms are still up.
Over comms? Jack, what the fuck did you just say?
Echoes of the Fallen.
Ah, okay.
Justin Sylvan. I heard that he speaks every language. I was testing that with some more exotic languages.
Infernal's not exotic.
Most people can't speak it.
Fairly exotic, yes.
Is it bad that part of me wants to speak Elf at this guy and see if he's just a sham? Just he knows exotic languages but nothing else.
Hey, what the fuck are you insinuating here?
Oh, no, he's
Is
just
it
like
bad
you,
that I
Jack.
wanna? Is it bad that I wanna flirt with this guy because he's hot?
Right?
My first instinct when I saw him was that he looks like an asshole.
I mean,
Yeah.
I have a type, okay?
He looks like an asshole, but you know that wouldn't stop Jack.
We all need to
Yeah.
go to the same corner.
Ugh.
More you do, all of you.
Yeah, yeah.
So, Echoes.
There's a
I
cat
guess
in that
I
National
should
Cafe.
ask if all of you are more than willing to accept the terms of the necessity of silence. This is gonna
Dude's making us sign an NDA.
need.
Our group could use a few things to help us. Do you think you could get us those things?
Now, I'm assuming this is not including the compensation you will all be asking for, and you will receive,
No.
of course. We're not gonna simply desire you to do this job without helping us, without helping you return.
No, this is outside of that.
Well then, I would like to hear out your requests.
We need a bag of holding.
Make a persuasion check.
You know, a
Jack.
part of me out of game wanted to say, as soon as he said, like, silence requires a premium, but my character doesn't have the charisma to make that roll. So I kept my mouth shut.
Oh no,
I mean, you could have gone for it. You could get that, like, natural 20.
Yeah.
Possible.
Yeah. So, totally on you.
We haven't discussed the terms of being silent yet. This is before we start discussing things.
That, and we have Mr. Business Contract over here.
Yeah.
So I'll let the all trade deal with it. It's fine.
You see a moment of, like, shock, but not, like, over shock. It's more of just like, oh, that's what you're asking for. As he responds, well, that's already a big ask off the bat, but we are asking you for a big ask in return. I can look to my personal collections. I'm sure I have a spare one lying around somewhere.
Huh. You have a spare few? Very nice to
Omar, you
hide
said your
things.
passive insight's 19, right?
18.
18? Yeah, you'd still get it. The way he said that is not so much of like, I have spares, as much as he's like saying it's like, I'll try and find one.
Yep.
He's basically just trying to push himself up higher than he actually is in that situation.
He's gonna go to the same fucking magic store that Jack tried to buy one at, and they don't have one.
Yep. Typical
I'm
political
gonna convey
posture.
that over comms. Like, I don't think he actually has one. He's posturing.
I mean, yeah.
Well, I'm not gonna agree to anything until I see one.
We just write that into our contract as a stipulation. So, what is it that you want from us?
Simple. I wish for you to retrieve the astral shard, and as a bonus on both sides, I desire to know where it was taking you. That star thing.
Hmm. That information will cost extra. And you also want us to stay silent about this matter.
Oh, indeed, about the astral shard, but not about the location.
Yes, about the astral shard. Keep in mind, again, silence costs extra.
Make a persuasion check.
Uh,
God.
Nice.
The dice said, fuck you, give me that 27.
right?
You guys are shaking
Nice.
this fucker down.
Oh no, no, no! This is, and Jeff's gonna say this, and I say this because this was your own doing. You have a national or city secret here, with little to no protection.
Yeah. Didn't see a single guard the entire night last night.
Also, we
Oh.
did report there was something shady going on with one of the workers being attacked early in the day.
Of
Exactly.
course. No one protects a secret by giving away that there's a secret there. If we're going to post 100 guards in front of the door, then of course everyone's going to look at this planetarium as if it's some sort of vault.
Yes, but there are more magical means to know if there are intruders about, if something has been broken into. Hell, Volmer here can cast one. It's called Alarm. You have a mana station. You could purchase someone if you do not have the means to do it yourself.
It was never a matter of whether we could or couldn't. It was more a matter of should we give it away or should we keep it as secret as possible. In fact, the only person who should know the ritual enacted to open the Aegisphere is Lur here. But unfortunately, it sounds as though that secret has gotten out. But, of course, Lur here swears to secrecy, and I believe our personal friendship that he would not betray us in any way. So,
Plan for
however
the
these people
worst.
found out this secret was beyond us.
Either way, you should always plan for the worst and hope for the best. There should have been other secondary safeguards on this.
Indeed. There will have to be some new methods thought of here, but in the meantime, given the extremities that you seem to be pushing this, of course the compensation will have to be very handsome.
So, you want us to find this person, to bring back the shard. What is it
If
that
anything, I think you've already found the person. It's just a matter of getting there and getting it back.
well, what will you give us for this?
As compensation for your performance, the task at hand, and the silence afterward, I personally am willing to promise you, on faith of the council, 10,000 gold pieces for the lot of you.
Hmm. For finding, retrieving, and keeping silent about.
Indeed.
Hmm.
Abacus time, that is 1,428.57 gold pieces each.
No, it doesn't go even.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh. With something this powerful, that seems a little low.
See, that's the thing. We have had no methods of actually using that power. This, as he points to the second floor, is the best extent we've ever gotten. Which is all the more reason it makes it somewhat confusing that anybody would want to steal it. But at the same time, as Lur, I'm sure, has told you, in numerous amounts of times, he says that very exaggerative, like, he keeps on saying it. The potential is infinite on what can happen here. But that doesn't change that. If we weren't able to access anything from it, then what means that they ever will?
They seemed to know what it was. And wanted it. Badly.
And how to get it. When supposedly only a handful of people know how to open this up?
3 in total, me, another council member, and Lur himself.
Huh. And do you believe that...
Who's the other council member?
Make a persuasion check.
Part of me really wants to say, well, these people are fucking dangerous. We've dealt with them before.
You haven't, though.
I will keep them secret for security's sake. And because, of course, as I said, this conversation never happened. Isn't happening. However he wants to say that. I'm not quite sure. I'm not the roguish type.
Yes. The council will want plausible deniability in any incident.
Indeed.
Which, again, costs extra. And Jack's just gonna blankly stare at him.
Well, you're already asking of a rather useful magical item out of me.
Useful?
And I'm about
Yes.
to ask for more. You're wanting to go after these dangerous people. We need healing potions.
That's...
Lots.
I can offer you healing potions. That's nothing of difficulty. When you say lots, that number is a bit vague, and I perhaps may be able to give you a fair bit.
Needless to say, we almost died once fighting them.
I'm not looking forward to doing it a second time.
Yes.
There's a saying amongst your adventures, there's there not? Try and try again. And if you don't succeed the first time, succeed the second time. Or perhaps maybe the Raven Queen will claim you. Hopefully not, though.
And what would happen if we were to not stay silent about this?
Well, that would of course depend on exactly what location you reside and who it is you essentially squeal to. Because at that point it would come to the council's decision to come at you with our might or with our guile.
Ah, yes. Typical politician ploy. Side note, I have heard that you speak many languages. Is this true? And over comms, I'm gonna say, Dalmar, keep an eye on him. I want to know if this is true.
Okay.
A man of many talents, as anyone must be in the business.
Okay. Do you know every language?
Hard to read, Dalmar.
And I'm
It
gonna...
seems like he's practiced that routine so many times over, it's hard to read to him. Only one way to find out. If you can get to speak me with all of them.
Woman's gonna keep an eye out for spell casting. Like subtle casting.
Give me a perception check. Hey, it's working again. Okay, 19.
I uninstalled and reinstalled Beyond 20.
Nice.
Hey, what works, works. But regardless, the price is set where it is. I can offer you healing potions, and I can look into my reserves for that bag of holding to spare for you all. I
Um,
imagine that's not the only request you have of us in our silence.
So the bag of holding is mostly so we have a place to store it, to hide it. That is one of the best objects for said things. That is why we request that. As far
Lur
as
speaks up in that moment and goes, I would not recommend that in the slightest.
God damn it, is it?
And fortunately, the Astral Shard, in my experience, nearly acts as its own existence, its own dimension within a containment source. And I don't know if you've ever heard of the experiments done where you put a dimension within a dimension. They
Yep.
don't end well.
Grandpa, why?
Yeah. God damn it.
Mm.
I was once young like you, and I performed my own experiments.
Back in college.
Back in my day, we created black holes for fun.
Oh my god.
Overcoms.
Oh, yeah, you did,
We're gonna
yeah.
weaponize that later.
No, we're not, Dalmar.
Why not?
Ah, trust me, you don't want to do that. Okay, so good to know, because we were not privy to that before. We'll not put it in the bag of holding, but it will be good to store the rest of our shit. But anywho, so to oh good.
In fact, that makes it easier for you all. That means they can't hide it. I'm sure
Mm,
one of you has some sort of divination effect, don't you?
no.
Mm-mm.
That explains the request for the corpse on the second floor.
Yeah. I forgot about that.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess that's the best time to bring up that subject. I do have a cleric waiting upstairs. I was gonna wait to introduce them for obvious reasons of secrecy and whatnot, but seeing as they are now direly needed to speak with this individual, I suppose the question for you all is, would you like to bring them back or simply converse with them?
Ultimately, what we need is the information.
Whichever is the easiest way to get the information.
He was easily manipulated in the first place. If you brought him back, he would not be trustworthy.
If they have a cleric, they have other magical means to compel the truth out of him. Yes?
I'm not one of divinity, I wouldn't know.
Mm,
I put my faith in coin. That's where my faith lies.
me too. I still know things.
I feel like Waltmere would want to keep him alive.
If he's brought back alive, he can be interrogated also. And Zone of Truth is a low enough level spell. The Jack probably have an idea of it since he has a cleric too.
Yeah,
I
I think he actually might literally have it.
I think it's a second level spell.
Is it second? I could have sworn.
I want to say.
Chartreuse. Internet, why are you being so slow right now? You bitch. Chartreuse.
Ash's cat is sleeping and I can't get my eyes off it.
Oh, the chonker over there.
Yeah, just laying in the background.
It is second level, not my bad.
Yeah. So
Just a baby.
yes.
It's a big old chonker baby.
You small babies.
So
Oh, she's gonna no. Oh, you woke him up.
so if they fully revive him, your cleric, if they have it prepared, can. Holy shit! That was a cat on the mic.
I think Ashley
Sorry.
Yeah, I think she just batted the hell out of your mic.
No, he was giving it kisses.
Oh.
But
Oh.
yeah, kitty cat first.
He likes us.
That was loud. That was cool. Oh shit, but
Ooh, anywho.
but yeah, the cleric could
Well,
zone of truth them and get real answers, and then they could be interrogated further later down the road. I'll
well
leave that
then.
up to your discretion.
Well, I'm also partially leaving up to you all, seeing as, from the sounds of it, he has witnessed you all, and unfortunately that privacy issue will come at a risk of that other individual.
He's a failure of a person, anyways.
I don't see the security risk of him living being worth it. But
I mean, if he is
on the other
incarcerated,
hand, it might be better that we beat the other side to it.
I mean, he doesn't have to stay living for long. What is dealt with him after we have gotten the information is fully up to you guys in the council, because he does fall under your jurisdiction. So he could be revived, information could be gleaned from him, and then what is done with him afterwards is up to your laws and jurisdiction.
Well, I'm glad to have the upper hand in that situation then.
Very much so. A little bit of give
For
and
that,
take.
are we in agreement? I will offer you some potions of healings, as much as I can spare. See if I can spare a bag of holding. 10,000 gold for the very end. And the resurrection of a talking piece of information.
Well, the talking piece of information benefits you guys the most. Bag of holding and some potions, and 10,000 gold up front to start this adventure. Once we return with the object and have honored our silence agreement, 10,000 more gold for continued silence.
Is Jack just straight up trying to double our pay?
Yeah, because
Yeah.
he's asking a fucking lot for
For nothing.
for comparably little.
Okay,
Make a
one sec,
persuasion
let me do
check.
the math on that.
And we're gonna need at least 21 health potions.
Breaking the abacus
That's only
out
3
again.
apiece, that's not much.
I mean, yeah, in all fairness, really, it comes down to not really all that much.
I feel like I'm being reasonable here.
Yeah,
Okay, so at 20,000 total gold, that breaks it to 2,857.14 gold per person.
with 25 persuasion, 28 if I technically get advantage because they're talking too.
You see him grow hesitant in that situation. I will need to have some words with the council over the payment up front and at the end. I'm sure there's something we can work out, though.
Because you guys are asking for a lot. And
We're
in
also
any...
paying quite a lot.
My life is worth more than 10,000 gold. And you're asking me to risk it. On top of my companions.
Not
And
to
at that
mention
point,
that's 10,000 gold among 7 people.
at that point in time, I'll also swap my outfit to have the
7.
all 6.
Noah.
You're counting the DM.
Vanilla 6.
Oh, never mind. Look, I've been mathing wrong this whole time. 1 second then.
Yeah. And when I say that whole my life is worth more than 10,000 gold, I swap my outfit to the family one. the golds and the reds. And again, that doesn't include my companions too. So, you are asking for a lot. We're only asking back in kind.
You see him lean back in the chair as you change your outfit and he goes, my. A big name like you sitting all the way out here.
Businesses must expand.
Oh, businesses must expand, but businesses don't go after random star charts in the middle of the ocean. And you see him grin at that.
Oh,
That's
but
mine,
they do.
actually.
It is.
It doesn't change whose it is. It still is the matter of one of the all trades is chasing after it.
Yes, because there's so many wonderful things that can be found and sold. And I'm gonna look him dead in the eye when I say this.
You and I have something alike. We think in gold.
Okay.
But
I gotta insight this motherfucker because, one, I thought we were meeting with the council.
Oh, you're cutting out.
Internet crashed into a robot.
Space internet just murdered you.
Yeah, and my insight's shit, so it doesn't fucking matter.
Also, to be fair, from the very beginning, he instantly said that you won't be meeting with all the council because of the level of secrecy that this thing is. They say
I'm gonna
like the less people know, the better sort of deal.
I'm gonna take an insight check too, just to get a vibe about him. And it's shit, so it doesn't matter. I got a 2.
Besides Dalmar's first insight check, y'all's insight checks have not been on par.
Mhm.
Oh, fucking.
See, I told you the
Dalmar
natural
knows
20 is
everything.
fucking possible.
I mean, he is the only like real paranoid fucker of the group right now, so it fits.
Viral with the nat 20.
Oh my
Nice.
god. I take that shit back.
First time Viral's run a person in their life.
Farrell's coming in fucking swinging, man.
Vero learned a lot when we went shopping.
I fucking guess.
Let's go.
Oh,
So,
shit.
I love to imagine how fucking intimidating Viral looks now. With, like, brown hair with a 1 streak, standing 6'10", just towering above most people.
And they're
Yeah.
the most awkward person in the group.
Also, in case my insinuation went over your head, I was also insinuating about selling the shard. Hence
Yeah,
the
because we could sell it for a hell of a lot more than 10,000.
You do see a very clear-cut gaze to him as well. Kind of goes like, you and I both think alike. We think in coin. The thing is about priceless items is the infamy that they draw.
Yes.
One thing is a legendary item to sell, another is an artifact.
Over comms, I don't like the way he said that. He's brewing something.
He's a
I think
politician.
he has another motive in mind. I can't really. I'm not quite sure what it is though. But
He's a politician. They all have extra motives in mind.
that's true.
Do you think he's involved?
Oh, that is a good question.
Do you think he's working with them?
Him or the other council member. I almost
Yeah, the
said
council
guild
member.
Yeah, because he hid them.
Somebody had to tell
And
him how to
only,
get it.
and only 3 people knew.
Boyer's just gonna take a lot more of an attentive stance. And, like,
Yeah, I agree with that. He might be in on it, but even more reason for us to get our money up front.
Yeah.
So I highly recommend that, as businessmen, you honor the deal, and you allow me some time to see if we can come to an agreement on the possible asking price of 20,000 total.
For you guys to receive your object, I think it was very fair of a deal, and I don't think I'll look to the rest of the group in confirmation. We'll budge on this price, will we?
The grand sounds good to me.
Well, I'll let you know that with the knowledge that you have already over the Astral Shard, I hope you realize that if any word comes out of it, we would have a prime target, and I would hate to do anything like that.
We're professionals. You don't gotta worry about that.
See, that's the thing about professionals. They always look the part. Doesn't mean they are.
Yes, and realistically, how much trade comes through here?
Oh, quite a bit.
Hmm.
It's a great cover, don't you think? Everything comes and goes, and yet the one thing that stays is the most important.
Be a shame if all that trade stopped. And he'll sit back.
Mr. Alltrade, your family has a great amount of persuasion when it comes to Beezalok. But on Borisland, it's a great, wild world out here.
Yes, but if they even think you all had a hand in my death, you never know. Money goes a long way, doesn't it? So again, I state that this is a fair trade. Talk to whoever you may need to talk to.
Precisely. I need time to talk. In the meantime, I suggest you go on upstairs and meet our corpse. Soon to not be a corpse. To ask them some things.
Do you have a list of questions that the council will need?
Personally, no. All we care about is getting the shard back.
Very well. Until we meet again. And give him a nod and I'll start heading upstairs.
I'm sure it won't be long, as he finishes his cup of tea, and as you guys begin to make your way upstairs, you do see him kind of like nod to Lurk and goes, I enjoyed the tea this time around. Maybe some more next time. Maybe with a bit of honey as well. Kind of grabs his cane and begins to walk out.
I put my shit back to normal.
As you guys
Watching that guy as he walks out.
make a perception check.
Can I help him with advantage? Or
Yeah.
no?
If you're both keeping an eye on him walking out, yeah, you can give Dalmar advantage, yeah.
Then yeah. Oof.
15. But
I
even with
almost
the
heard double
15,
digits.
even with the 15 though, and the both you kind of watching, as he steps out the door, you notice that he sidesteps, but not in a way that he's turning. He just sidesteps off as the door begins to close.
The moment he leaves, I'm casting invisibility on myself.
Okay.
Did you guys catch him sidestep like that? Over comms.
Who?
Him.
So he doesn't walk straight out, he turns
Yep.
to the...
Instead of turning to leave, he just sidesteps.
Just as if I was avoiding a trap.
I should have fucking revived the hawk.
You had time, yeah.
So once I'm out
That's
of
so much time.
once I'm outside of sight of him, I cast invisibility and I go up the top and out through the window and I walk down the side of the building.
Are you doing this stealthily so whoever's up there doesn't notice you?
Well, I'm invisible, but I will also do it to try to mask. Actually, would there being footsteps of people walking up the staircase? No. So I'm going invisible. As I'm walking up the staircases, once he loses sight of me, and then I'm just walking up and out and over the top and down the side of the building.
Lucky you. Because when you go up there, you do see Lair is up there, who is currently just working on the dome. Seemingly, with it still opened as it is, he has access to pieces on the inside. It seems to be constantly just working on it for whatever reason. Never gotten a reason for it. But there also seems to be a half-elven cleric with black robes with golden outlinings to it that is currently just kind of waiting off to the side with the cleaned up body of Essig that you left there before already, patched up with repair and everything, or mending, seemingly waiting for anyone's arrival, and they seem to be dozing off a little bit as their perception check was pretty fucking shite.
Yeah, and I'm saying over comms, I'm gonna follow him as I disappear.
Be careful.
As you walk down the gaping hole onto the side of the building, and you come out towards the alleyway of the actual side of the building, and walking forward to where he sidestepped off, you look left to try and see where he went. He's nowhere. You look right to where the building is, and he's just right there, just waiting outside the door. And he looks like he's just leaning against the wall, just chilling, just waiting.
Okay. I'm standing on the side of the building. I'm just gonna keep watching him.
Okay. So as you all make your way up, and you all see the half-elven man standing right next to the dead corpse of Essig, the failure of a noble, as Jack says. He perks up, seemingly out of his light trance concentration, as he looks at you all and goes, "What is the decision we have for the fallen?"
First, we should probably send Finoa downstairs.
Why?
Didn't you stab him?
I mean, yeah.
You think that could cause some problems if we're interrogating him?
I can come downstairs with you.
Okay. She goes with Veril downstairs.
Tom's what was the decision on that? We have him
true.
rest or?
Yeah, you're having him rezzed so that he can be basically a source of future information if necessary.
Okay.
I'm gonna say over comms. Make sure and ask if the cleric can cast Zone of Truth.
Right.
Before we do anything, would you happen to know the spell Zone of Truth?
I did not prep that today, but it is a possibility. I was told to come with either a method to speak with the dead or to bring them back. And my capabilities are only so limited.
Out of character, the fuck kind of cleric only can keep two spells at once.
No, he has multiple spells. He just didn't bring Zone of Truth.
I was just joking.
Yeah, I know. They have so many fucking spells, dude.
Clerics are awesome.
They're like druid with how many fucking
They
spells
literally
they
are.
have.
Yeah.
Well, they're both divine, so.
Wait, did you say druid is divine?
Technically, yeah.
Yeah,
That's how
technically,
they
yeah.
cast.
Yeah, technically they are divinity class.
They are?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, they're not arcane.
Yeah, it's their faith in nature that gives them power.
I thought they had like a whole different category.
Now, well, technically they should be a different category, but for simplicity's sake, they are considered a divinity.
I always broke up magic as like you got your holy casters, you got your arcane casters, then you got your nature casters.
Yeah, but again, the way that they flare it for druid is their belief in nature gives them power.
Yeah, it's legitimately D&D is broken up into you have divine casting and you have arcane casting.
Yeah,
So ranger, druid, and paladin and cleric are all divine based, while you have artificer, warlock, bard, wizard, sorcerer are all arcane.
Yeah.
Yeah. So ranger is
Which
technically
obviously-
divine.
Yeah, which obviously, like you said, warlock is already something different too, because that's not arcane technically. But for
You can
D&D's
even
sake,
straight up divine magic from Back to the Celestial.
that's what I'm saying. But for D&D's sake, they just cut them into two categories.
Okay, then. Anyway, off to the main point with that.
Yep.
I don't have a truth-telling spell.
It is what it
No
is.
barrels downstairs.
Well, should we bring Fanoa back up and she could just threaten to kill him again?
That might actually work.
I'm gonna look at the cleric. How many times can you bring him back?
You do see him actually look at you guys kind of shocked a little bit there. He goes, "You were the ones who killed this fellow?"
Yes.
He was working with the intruders.
That makes a bit more sense. And, I can only resurrect one time a day. And on top of the fact that I did only bring one diamond with me.
Okay. Correct. And then if that doesn't work, speak with dead?
Yes.
I have ideas that include not killing. For getting him.
I mean, if you want to. I just was trying to think of the fastest way to get the
Bringing
information.
him back would be fine, thank you.
The evil character is the one who's like, yeah, bring him back
I
alive.
was thinking like, oh, I have color spray. I can like, if push comes to shove, I can pepper spray him a bit.
So.
Oh, I mean, I suppose.
Noah
yeah.
can scare him. We don't actually have to hurt him. And then Ash comes in swinging with the. How many times can we revive him?
How many times can we brutally murder him until he no longer comes back?
Man, if
That
Corvais was
question
still
would have
here,
been better used if, well, he was alive, by the way.
man, if Corvais was still here, he'd get the information right quick.
Everyone else is thinking like, okay, we might have to torture him a bit, but we don't gotta go too far. How many times can I kill him?
See, that's nice though. You gotta start with the fingernails first, then the finger itself. Yeah.
No.
Shocking grasp
Well,
on the
as
junk.
the half-elf starts conducting the ritual, and you all
Big
watch.
boots under the nails.
Yep.
Is he like restrained at all?
No.
So he could pop up and like run, right?
If that is an attempt he wants to make.
Okay, I'm just gonna take the dagger that I carry on me, and I'm just gonna crouch down next to him with my dagger like right in his throat.
The half-elf pauses and the incantation kind of looks you very confused, like, is there something wrong?
I just don't want him to run.
You know what? I'm just gonna go downstairs
Just
and get
back
a
up, son.
barrel real quick and like ask Fanoa to guard the door or like the staircase at the top. Feels
That's a
bit more
good option
effective-
too.
Feels a bit more effective than wake up with knife to throat.
I dearly hope he does not panic into this and he continues the incantation.
And look, so can I get barrel
Put
in?
the dagger away, Ashrin. We're back up.
Okay.
I'm bringing you two up so that way Ben can scare him a bit, or you can help scare him a bit.
And you two are just standing at like the top of the stairwell, so it's like you're not there, but you're just like, if he tries to run, y'all gonna fucking body block him.
And over comms, remember, we're also assuming that the enemy hasn't already brought him back.
Mm-hmm.
Don't you need the body for that?
Not if you're high enough. Actually, I don't know if Delmar would know that, to be
I
honest.
don't think so.
That was more the
that's
player
like,
talking.
yeah, that's so far
That-
arcanely. I don't think a Damar would know that. Yeah.
Yeah, my apologies. That was too much the player talking.
You're good. You're good. You're good.
Coin flat, unga bunga.
The planes are flat, but you don't need a dead body to resurrect a person.
Right? It's just
Dalmar's seen
extremely to
some
the
weird
north.
shit.
There's like a level of intellect that just like peaks on Dalmar and then immediately goes flat Earth or just plummets.
His eyes glow bright.
It makes sense with the like 2-person in his head thing that he's got going on.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
To a certain extent, yeah.
I mean, we've all seen the maps, right? Water's to the north. Hello, it was right there.
So as the cantation is completed and you all watch as the diamond disintegrates into golden light that feeds into the body of the past Essig, where you see life return to him as he draws breath, and with a gentle shake upon his chest from the half-elf, you see the eyes kind of flutter away. What happened? And he just looks at you, Ashton, and it's just like, oh, hi there. And just immediately the eyes go from like a pretty lady is waking up right next to me, and then there's the dagger. It's like,
No, I put it away because
you
Dalmar
did
told
put it
me to put it away, so I
you
put
did
it away.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then he's just kind of smiling up and kind of goes like, oh, hi there. That's a very nice sight.
Hello, Essig.
And he starts looking at the rest of the party, and you see realization start going into his head, to his face, and goes,
You take a nasty spill.
yeah,
It's
where's
good to see you remember that, Southeast.
You see him immediately, like, kind of look off and just sees Fanoa off to the side and goes like,
So
I
tell
see.
me, what is the
I
afterlife
thought we had
actually like?
Noah and Vero like down the stairs where he couldn't see them.
I had them guarding the top of the stairs as part of an intimidation tactic mixed with keep him from running away.
Someone reminded me of failure.
You guys hear that over comms.
Well, it looks like all of you, every last one of you came out perfectly fine. I mean,
He doesn't see Jack.
Well,
Once again, what does death actually look like? I'm curious.
and you do actually see the cleric actually perk up there, and he just kind of goes like, "It is not a pretty sight."
Hmm.
He just goes, what he said. Well then, and he starts to kind of sit up a little bit.
no. You sit down. You need your rest.
Yeah. Look, I'm really sorry for, helping, Bry out. His name's Bry, by the way. If that helps anything at all.
I will walk up behind him, put my hand on his shoulders, and go, good. More information like that, and everything will be okay.
Of course.
Comms, like Romir's gonna go, okay, Amar and me be good cop, Ashley be bad cop? Or Pen can be bad cop too?
Yeah.
I can be bad cop.
She starts pulling out her greatsword.
Fen
No,
knows sword.
put that away.
Oh, but that's not bad cop. She puts it away. Yeah, of course. I mean, I'm a man of my word.
What is his name? The tiefling? I'm assuming that's Bry.
Ebrai.
A Bry.
So, Essig,
That's right.
Um,
That's right.
you were sent to learn about the darkest day?
Well, no. I learned about the Darkest Day. I did myself. Bry had nothing to do with that. I personally wanted to learn that. What he wanted to know, when was the next eclipse, and I had to find a good way to talk about it. But I didn't have to talk about it. You talked about it. You specifically. He points to Dalmar on that one. And I'm so grateful about that. You made my job so easy, and I thought that was gonna be the end of it. I really did. I really did. But then he decided to hang around a little longer than I thought.
But will you admit that what I contributed helped you with your research on the Darkest Day?
You did, and I still have that proposal. Not that kind of proposal. I do have a proposal. If you'll just hear me out, and, well, and he looks at the cleric, kind of like, it's a private one, which he kind of, I suppose I'm not needed for the time being. If you all wish to converse, I will be downstairs enjoying a spot of tea.
Thank you, my
Thank
good
you.
sir. You are a big help.
And thanks, from me too, Sir Cleric, for bringing me back. And he just gets up without acknowledging him whatsoever. As he makes his way downstairs, kind of goes like, so you brought me back for the proposal, correct? I mean, Bry is over and dealt with. He's gone. He's not coming
No,
back.
he's not.
You would be very mistaken, my friend.
He's still here.
Well, he is gone, but we are going after him.
You're gonna chase him.
Overcomes. Careful. Security. Watch what you say.
I'll use the lightning bird excuse.
You're gonna chase him. You can keep up with that thing.
You can't be
That's what we
flying all
need
the
you
time.
for.
I don't. I don't get the picture. I'm sorry.
What was your little deal with the Bry?
You see just a heavy degree of shame just fall over his face now, because he was going to help me with my research. Like I said, the Darkest Day was my ambition. It was my goal. He offered that if I could find out information on the eclipse from our dear old man down there. He's not gone, is he? As the realization hits him, it was like, wait, where is he?
Wouldn't you
Well,
like to
thanks
know?
to you.
I did not. I'm sorry. I didn't. No one was meant. It was an exchange of information. It was. I swear. I needed it to get back into my home.
And where is that?
Make persuasion check with advantage.
Ba-ba-ba-ba. That's perception, performance. There it is.
12. It's enough. You see him. It's Scaff. It's in the Grand Duchy of Zalar. I'm of the nobility there. I was, until I may or may not have accidentally delayed their latest project. It was an accident, and I needed something to prove that I'm still of use to the family, and, well, the Darkest Day was kind of my goal. You know?
And yet another thing you've failed at, Essig.
Yes.
What project were they working on?
I love you, Ashrin.
It was some weird thing. I don't even fully know. All I know is that they wanted to get into this planetarium for some reason. They wanted to find out about the day of the next eclipse and whatnot, and then they came in, and I don't know, everything just went crazy. I just thought They were looking for someone. I don't know, some woman. That's all I knew.
At this point, I'll sort of poke him in the back of the ribs, like right here-ish.
Uh-huh.
Just keep talking.
I swear, all they ever talked about was well, that wasn't all they talked about, but that was their goal. It was to find the woman they kept talking about. They never said her name. They never talked much about her around me.
The description would be.
I don't have one. I don't. I swear, I don't.
Mm-hmm.
You wouldn't happen to know the location or anything to do with them, would you? Perhaps a place where they consistently landed?
No, no. Well, okay. In town, yes, but like I said, they should be gone by now. They never talked about staying after they got what they wanted. We stayed at an inn for a while, under guises, but nothing more. It was never meant to stay. It was a hit and run. Always meant to be a hit and run. It always was.
Hmm.
I'm gonna lean in really close. That's not the only thing they talked about, buddy. Tell us what the rest of it was.
Make an intimidation check with advantage. He seems to be telling the truth about that. That there was no plans to stay in the meantime. In 16. I, uh, they talked about the girl, okay? They talked about her. Uh, Jen was her name. She's not right in the head. She's not. I don't mean that to be mean. I really don't. She's a very nice girl. I mean that in nice, not nice looking. She's a very, but she is. Look, something is up with her. I always sense a bit of magic on her, and the one time I asked, she seemed very upset by it.
Okay, so what's the description of this Chen? Age, species.
She's just a human girl, blonde, mint green eyes, and she's kind, but there's also this attachment she has with her pet. It's the giant bird.
Okay.
Is that all
Now
you know?
again, thank you, Ashford, for taking notes.
They're not great notes, but they're notes.
Veril, as you guys, I mean, she just talks about her head a lot. That she can't remember things, and he's always trying to assert her. I don't know. I only joined up with them about 2 weeks ago, when they found me wandering because I got, you know, disavowed from my home, and I guess they saw me as a lonely soul, and I didn't exactly expect it to betray me.
Hmm.
You do see him kind of look closer to you, Varel. And you almost see him kind of focus on your head a little bit and kind of goes, I not to pry. I'm the one being interrogated here. Not to pry, but is that genetic? The the white.
No. That's all you need to know.
Of course.
We're about to get turned into a wolf for this guy.
I I just thought I just thought you two would have been related, you and the girl. uh, it's fun. No, you're right. You're right. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Does she also have a white streak in her hair? Does she? Or
You see
what?
him. There's a realization in his face, kind of like, oh fuck, I already said too much.
So she does.
I mean, I might have.
I'm gonna jab him in the ribs again. Same exact spot.
I might have peeked for a couple times. She was asleep and the illusion fell.
Well, I thought we were supposed to be good cops.
God, that's not creepy or nothing. I might have peeked when she was sleeping when the illusion fell. What the fuck?
Acid. Mm-mm.
Mm.
Look, I'm a suspicious person just as much as you guys are. I don't like when people have illusions on them.
Oh,
Space internet.
Space internet. Fuck.
Yeah.
That's been true.
Heard that one clearly. So what'd you try saying?
I was asking if she kept the illusion up basically all the time.
Every waking second. Every waking second. Can you please not? That's really starting to hurt.
I'll ease up a little bit. I'll give him a breather.
It made me unsettled, alright? Just to have someone with constant illusion on them. I just had to know. I just had to.
And that's all you know
What else
about her?
did you see?
Nothing about her past? Nothing?
You see him look at you intrigued, kind of goes like, strangely, no. No. Actually, the way she talked about her past is that she doesn't have one. And I don't mean that, like, it doesn't matter, it's not important. I mean that she doesn't seem to know anything. I remember one time a bride did ask her if she began to remember anything, and she just always said no.
Now, you know what?
Acid.
So far, I think you're cooperating. So
Would
let's,
you like some tea?
yeah, come on. Let's get you off the ground, get you some teeth, and you can continue talking.
Yes, please. I could really use some. Oh, and you see him kind of like hold his side where you were poking the entire time. It's like, oh, I'm still sore. Really sore.
Mm-hmm.
Why wouldn't I cooperate? I mean, you guys are friends. We're all friends here, right? Right?
Exactly.
Yeah. Friends.
I was pointing on like, oh, I helped you with your research. We could be friendly about this. We could be nice. I'll be nice to you.
Yeah, and then
And then
just
all of a sudden, Damar's like, I poke him in the ribs.
yeah.
Well, Dalmar is being nice. I'm
Yeah,
not
he
a
could be
monk.
so
I'm
much
just poop,
Yeah.
poop. I'm not willing to
But
attack.
a good
I am
poke
being
right in
nice.
that spot does hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's enough to, like, get my point across, show him how vulnerable he is, and just like, I'm being nice. Behave. Behave. Isn't this hurting? Behave. Yeah.
To answer your question, Vero, yes. From what you can tell, the Goblin Alchemist Gorbald seems to be talking about the exact same girl here. And if you want to, at some point, send him a letter asking some questions, you can. How many answers he might have, who the fuck knows? But as you guys begin to lead him downstairs, and in the little bit of meantime, Jack has an update. Trillian has just been sitting there just chilling the entire time, just leaning up against the wall, cane in hand. And as people like kind of pass by, and they occasionally ask him a question like, "What exactly happened there? There seems to be a game." It's like, "Don't worry about it. It's perfectly fine. Council business. We'll take care of it. I promise." Just go on your leisurely way. And he's very much just talking off anybody who comes to like ask any questions, but he's just still waiting there.
Does it
Even
seem...
after about like the 10 minutes that's kind of passed by in conversation, interrogation of Essig, he's still just waiting there.
This isn't suspicious at all.
the ground in the area? Yeah, we had the storm last night. Is it a little bit wet, a little bit muddy?
It's mostly dried up at this point because it was a heavy storm, but it was only for like 3 minutes at the worst.
Okay, I mean, is there enough to, like, it leaves tracks and stuff like that when people kind of walk by?
Partially, it's like humidity tracks more than anything.
Okay. Does it seem like he's leaving tracks that don't fit his body?
Oh, he's not walking around. He's still just there in the front. He's literally just leaning against the wall. He's just standing there.
He doesn't like move, like straighten up his feet position. He doesn't move his feet, like adjust himself at all.
Oh, occasionally when he does talk to
Yeah.
people, yeah.
That's kind of what I'm looking at. Like, is he leaving tracks that are bigger than or smaller than what he is? Like, I'm trying to see if he has like an illusion on him or something.
Give me a perception or survival check, your choice.
Let's see. My survival is 4. My perception is 4. Okay. Nice.
21. As far as you can tell, with the way he's shifting his feet and when he lifts them up, they seem perfectly sized.
Okay. I don't tell any indiscrepancies on like his form, like I did with fuck, Ivor or Ivor, whatever his name is.
Yvonne.
Yvonne.
No.
Okay. Just making sure that this guy seems to be who he says he is.
Okay.
Because he said he was going to talk to the other council members, and his ass is just standing out there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Doing anything else, or just continue to watch him?
I'm just going to continue watching him. Yeah.
Says you guys kind of make your way downstairs with Essig in hand. And you do see him as you kind of guys pass by Finoa and Veril. There's a very wide berth. He tries to drift you guys off from Finoa. Kind of a like, yeah, I remember that one. I'm not going to go near her. As you guys make your way downstairs. And Lur immediately kind of looks up and kind of goes, oh, well, it's good to see you up and standing, Essig. I am so glad you're still alive, Lur. And he looks back at Ashton and Dalmar specifically, kind of like, you motherfuckers, you let me thought he was dead. He goes, how goes it? Is everything okay? He goes, oh, it could be better. I don't usually like a draft in my ceilings. He goes, right. Was not part of the plan. I want to say that first and foremost. Yes, well, unexpected occurrences do happen. As he kind of like shrugs him off a little bit to go get tea. And he serves as you're all now kind of around the table with the cleric and Lur now there. Awkwardly kind of giving tea to Essig, who kind of like shakily takes a bit and goes, so, what more do you all have planned? Besides, going after a Bry, I don't see how you're planning on doing it.
Yeah. Anyone?
So, what else you not telling us?
That.
And I'll sit uncomfortabably close to him.
There is a
But just
very big pause to that. It kind of just goes like, that depends on the questions you're gonna ask me. That's where we'll end it for this week.
okay.
Oh.
I was planning on harking on like, oh, I helped you with your research. You really liked me. Oh yeah.
I know he
Pretty
kind of gave you that little bit of a swing there too, where he's like, "Hey, I still have that proposal for you. You could take that as advantage."
So I gotta ask.
But yeah,
he likes me. And I was thinking of using it, but at this point, I feel like it'd be too much of a tonal shift.
well,
Well, I mean, if it focuses him towards you instead of me, which has been sort of, I've been kind of playing both roles of cops somehow.
yeah, you literally have been playing both fucking roles.
I don't know if
Great.
it's me or if it's Ash, but I cannot see Ash anymore.
Probably Ash. She's frozen on my end.
No, I think it's
Or
you
Space
because I
Inc.
can see Ash.
Space internet.
I can see her,
Oh
but
no,
she's frozen.
No, she's frozen. That's right.
Yeah, she's frozen.
Oh, so her space
Oh,
internet probably
space internet.
died.
Oh, space internet.
I gotta ask.
Oh.
Is this the same girl as before? Because the description sounds the same.
Yeah.
Did you change
Anyway,
the
I'm gonna
name
hop
or?
off. See you guys.
See you, bro.
All right, have a good one.
Yeah, I gotta
Yeah.
go too. It's
The
been
names
fun.
are different.
Yeah, I was saying the names are different.
Yeah, the names are different.
Okay.
Peace
Yeah.
out.
Same
See
as
you,
Yeah.
Homer. Yeah, because
Oh yeah, no, the names are different. That's literally like I said, because since you two are the